Hi guys, this is Temilo and welcome to my channel. In this video today, I'll be talking about all the trades I've taken so far since the beginning of this week. That is from Monday, Tuesday, and today, Wednesday. And also, I'll also be doing a forecast of some of the pairs I'm still watching. And that will be all. I realized that the last video I dropped, it was kind of long because I had to record at the end of the week. I had to start I had to start the recap from trades I took on Monday till Friday. So today I just thought to do a midweek trade recap. So starting with Euro USD, you already know my favorite pairs to trade are Euro USD, GBP USD, and Nasdaq. Okay, though sometimes I do add some other pairs as well. So on Monday, I was unable to get a trade on Euro USD. I think we had all of this sell on Monday on Euro USD, and I couldn't get into a sell from right here down to this level. So I missed out on this. So it was on Tuesday I was able to get a trade on Euro USD. So what was the trade? This is the trade right here. As you can see, I took a buy trade on Euro USD. So let me quickly break down as to why I took the buy trade. Okay, so looking at the overall structure of Euro USD, Euro USD has been bearish, and from I think on Monday we were able to break below this last lower low right here. We were able to break below it, and just like we know, once we have a break of structure, market tends to reverse back to mitigate the supply zone in sell scenario, as the price will tend to go back to mitigate whatever supply zone was responsible for that break of structure. And that was why I was looking for a buy trade. I didn't specifically find a supply zone from the left. As you can see, we're on the 4 hours right now, and I'm scrolling back, but you can see price is so far away from where price is at the moment. Okay, so I was just like always, I always try to look for trades early in the morning during the London session. So I was monitoring what was going on at the present price, ignoring what is happening on the left. So from this, during the London session, my Asian range indicator was turned on, and as we all know, the Asian range indicator we always give will tell us where the high of the Asian range is and where the low of the Asian range is, and as we know, liquidity lies at both ends. So waking up during the London session on Tuesday, as you can see, markets pushed down, clearing out the Asian range low liquidity. We cleared out the liquidity right there, and we were left with the Asian range high, which is yet to be cleared. And that was why I started looking for buys, and also looking to this side here. This looks like a form of double top. Okay, so aside from the Asian range high, this also looks like liquidity and double top. I mean, and looking at this price action down here, we have imbalance, right? We had imbalance right here, like a mini supply zone, and also above here we also have a supply zone with imbalance as well. Price was not efficient during this drop. Okay, so that was why, looking at all of these, then that was why I started looking for longs. So moving like to the 5 minutes time frame now, since my Asian range low has been cleared, and on the 5 minutes time frame, if we should mark out our structure from where we have the last low, this is the last low in the market, and we had this low, this is a lower low, then another low here, then this final low here. So as you can see, this was the lower high right here. This lower high was responsible for this last low, and this lower high was responsible for this last low right there. So I waited for us to go long. I needed to wait for a break of the last lower high. Okay, so and this was that zone. This was the lower high area. So I was waiting for a break of structure above this level right here, and price actually did break above this high. And when it was pushing up, price left behind this demand zone right here that wasn't mitigated. It was a clean demand zone, okay, an order block that was seated right here. So, and that was where I got my entry form for the Euro USD buy and for my take profits. To be honest, because we are actually in a downtrend, I did not want to exactly stay too long in this trade, and I was looking to take my profits around this zone. I think on the 30 minutes time frame it was more clear. Yeah, so on the 30 minutes time frame I was looking at this zone right here that price might use this zone and we can likely have a sell trade from there, though we still have this one above. So but I did not set my take profit right here. Okay, but I was actually monitoring this trade to see what will happen at this zone. And so I got into the buy trade, and price consolidated for hours right here. I was even tired of uh, staying on the chart and the rest because of what price was doing here. At some point, I didn't even trust my trade anymore because I thought maybe this zone wasn't going to hold, but I decided I would just hold my trade. And I think later on in the afternoon, during the New Year session, there was a news around 1:30. There was a news on USD which was negative, okay, and that news went in my favor because US dollar was negative, and this trade hit my I didn't have my take profit set right here, so it was a good thing because at the end of the day, these 30 minutes higher points of interest right here was where price pushed to before I then manually closed out my trade on Euro USD. So this was how I caught this buy trade, just by waiting for a break of structure right here and using the M5 demand zone. Okay, so that's that about that. And so this was on Tuesday. Then moving to today, then later on after this news, I think this was now past my trading hour, even though there was a great sell opportunity. But when I got on my chart, it was past my trading hour, and but this actually looked juicy to take a sell trade. So I was actually waiting for price to come back to this zone. If price could come at them, I might take a sell, even though it was past my trading hour, but price didn't come back up there. So I missed out on all of these sell. Then today, Wednesday, I came on the chart during the London session as usual. And then I was saying this as, let me clear this out now. So at first I was like, okay, this is a break of structure right here, and we have yet another demand zone right here, right? So I was actually looking for buy trades on Euro USD during the London session today, but as you can see, price did not exactly tap into the zone before we started pushing up right here. So and I later on I was watching what price was doing actually, and I then took a sell trade. So why did I take a sell trade? I took a sell trade because price was yet to get to the point of interest where I wanted to buy from, right? So that was why I took the sell trade. Though it was a scalp trade, it's not a high probability setup because as you can see, the best time to have gotten into this sell was from right here. And but waking up this morning at the London session, I saw that we have a breakout structure right here. Price came back, mitigated this zone, and price is now reacting, and we had another break of structure. Price came back and didn't break above this high after we got this break of structure right here. So price came back up. I missed this first sell because actually I was still waiting for the buy setup, but later on I was then able to get into a sell after I saw we had this break of structure and price had come to mitigate this supply zone, and price has now pushed down. Then we broke yet another structure here, which is a minor break of structure. Then price came back into the supply zone to mitigate this supply that we have right here. So I got into a sell trade. It wasn't it was a 2 RR trade, because then I had my stop loss at this high. Okay, so it was a quick scalp, and now I'm out of the trade. I got in and I'm already out of the trade. So on EU presently, I'm still presently watching what price is doing. Let me clear the charts now and move to a higher time frame. So on EU right now, um I'll still be monitoring what price will do, especially because we are now in the New York session. I'm still monitoring this demand zone. If this demand zone will give us a confirmation entry for a buy trade, then I might actually long EU, but I'm not so confident with the longs. Okay, I'm not so confident, but looking at our strategy, the SMC, we have a break of structure right here, but price is presently reacting off the supply zone, which can mean that we might likely break this low and push downwards. Okay, because looking at the overall structure of Euro USD from the weekly time frame, there is more and more imbalance around this zone. Let me quickly go to the weekly time frame that price could actually pull into. Okay, so we need to be careful now taking buys on EU, because EU is bearish. Okay, you can see we have all of these zones to be filled on EU, so we could potentially keep pushing down on Euro USD. So whatever trade you want to get into, make sure you are looking for your confirmation before getting into any trade. As you can see, this zone might likely not hold, it might break below the zone, and if this zone will hold, then we should be able to get a confirmation entry on the lower time frame. So moving on to the next pair, I'll be looking at GBP USD next. So on GBP USD, let's start from the higher time frame now. On GBP USD on Monday, I was able to get a trade on Monday, and it was this sell trade right here. And let me quickly break down how I got into that. Let me quickly break down how I got into the sell trade. Okay, so on Monday, I came on the chart during the London session and saw that we have this supply zone, and this supply zone has been mitigated with this candle, though I would have loved for this to actually push more into like the 50% of this supply zone. Okay, but still there's some mitigation that doesn't get to the 50%. Sometimes just at the entry of the just at the close of the supply zone, we might have that mitigation, and sometimes at the 50%, and sometimes even price may push more further into deep into the zone, supply zone, or the other block that you have right there. So on Monday, price after the Asian session, we have all of these price action. We had a break of structure right there. Price broke below this low, and price came back up, and we had a mitigation. Let's move to the 5 minutes time frame now. So on the 5 minutes time frame, you can see, like I always explain, Whenever we have a break of structure, price will likely go back to mitigate the supply zone that has caused that break of structure. And as you can see on this 5 minutes time frame, we had this supply zone that was left unmitigated. Price came back into it, and that was how I got into a sell trade. But for my stop loss, I didn't have my stop loss at this edge of this at this zone. In order to be protected and safe, I had my stop loss at this high right here, okay? Because looking at the chart, this was the inception, the beginning of this whole move to the downside, okay? So even if I had my entry here, I want to make sure my overall stop loss is going to be right here, and this is just about 16 pips, which is still fine by me. So I took this sell trade, and for my take profits, my take profit was at this last swing low that we have on GBP USD. So this was my take profit zone, and market actually got there, and I was out of the trade. At some point, markets came back again after pushing up, but good thing was I wasn't at break even yet. Okay, so before I break even, I always want the last structure to be broken before I break even. And as you can see, after getting in right there, this last low wasn't broken yet. So when price came back, I was in drawdown, but later on, markets moved in my favor, and take profit was it's right there. Okay, so that was a trade on Monday, and that was a about 1 to almost 4 hour trade, and that was it for the Monday trade. Then moving on to Tuesday, same as the Euro USD trade, I I got into a buy trade at this level. Same explanation like the Euro USD. During the London session, I saw that the Asian range liquidity was cleared out first. We cleared out the Asian low, and we were left with the Asian high liquidity right there. And as you can see in the previous day, market left behind this supply zone right here with imbalance. Okay, we had imbalance right here. Price action wasn't efficient at this level. So my target was for price to come back into this supply zone right here. Okay, so as you can see, so and for my entry, let me quickly break this down how I got into the buy trade. Okay, so um as you can see, if we mark out our structure from this last high, we took out this low right here. This was the high that took out this low. Then we had a low right here. The market pushed up, giving us this as the lower high. Let me zoom in right there. So this was a lower high that needs to be broken. So we broke past this lower high that gave us the last low right here, and last low right here we broke back, and price came back into this demand zone right there. So on the 15 minutes time frame now, as you can see, so I took this zone as my point of interest to take the buy trade, same as the Euro USD trade. And as you can see, market ran through my take profit. On this one, I actually got out at this level right here. I actually did got out of this trade right here, and you can see price went far above into taking out all of these highs right here, but it was still a profitable trade at the end of the day, and this was about 1 to 4 RR that I was able to get on this trade right here. Okay, so moving forward, today Wednesday, I actually did scalp a sell trade on GU as well, even though I would have loved for price to come into this zone properly. But on the second thought, I was actually expecting the Asian range high to be taken out this morning during the London session, so I could short from right here, so I could take a sell trade from right here. But as you can see, price came close but didn't get into my point of interest. And what really enticed me with the sell trade on GU this morning was this liquidity that was from here, this trend line liquidity that was right here. Okay, so I knew this was a good sell opportunity, and I was actually waiting to catch a nice sell trade from right here. But when I realized we wouldn't be getting it, it was already late and we had broken this low. So I got into a sell, which was a scalp trade. Okay, I didn't even stay that long in the market. I think I got out at this level of demand right here. I stayed longer in my EU sell today than my than this GU sell. So I got out somewhere around here. I got into the trade at this retracement push, okay, and my stop loss was at this high because it was a scalp trade, okay, so it was a tight one. I just wanted price to clear out this, then I wanted price to take out the Asian range low, okay, and it was really a scalp trade, a tight one at that, and I was in and out of the trade. So that's the trade I took on GBP USD this morning. Okay, so for what's my projection now on GU? For GU, let me move to a higher time frame now. So as you can see, we broke above this high, and this high. So we have a break of structure right here. So, and as you can see, price, this candle was a news candle. This candle right here was as a result of this massive push, was as a result of news. Okay, and price was not efficient, and as you can see, price has now returned to fill up all the imbalance that was left right there, and as you can see, price is now back at this demand level. So we'll see what trade we can possibly get at this level right now. And because US dollar is presently strong, I'll be very careful, because just like the EU, we might break below this, and or this demand zone might hold for us to then get more buys into the 1.200 level, because we have lots of imbalance to be filled, lots of supply zones to mitigate right here. So price could possibly push from this demand level into this level. Might have that. So first we have to wait for confirmation entry at this crucial point. Okay, we need to wait for confirmation entry, and if price breaks below this zone, if price breaks below this level right here, then I'll be looking for sell opportunities from right here. You can see I have my alert set already for possible sell entry from right here if price should break this zone. But for now, I'll be monitoring trade if we can actually get buys from this demand level. So moving on to the next pair now, I'll be moving on to Eurogbp. On Eurogbp, I think on Monday I was able to get into a sell trade, but price is yet to get to my final take profit. So on Eurogbp, my final take profit was supposed to be right here, but we have this level of demand that price is presently moving from, and I think from yesterday I already closed my position. I was not in this trade anymore today, so I think I closed my position yesterday, Tuesday. So how did I get into this sell trade? I think we should start from the higher time frame again. So from the higher time frame, in my last video, I actually caught this sell to somewhere around here. I think to this level right here. I caught this sell to this level, and it was really nice. And I also caught this buy to this level as well. So this week when I got on the chart, I realized price was mitigating this higher time frame supply on the, I think it was more, this supply zone is clear on the 3 hours time frame. Let me see the 4 hours time frame now, not so clear. The 2 hours time frame, 1 hour. I think there was a particular time frame that this supply was actually clear. can't can't remember, I can't remember the time frame, but there was a clean supply zone right here, and as you can see, price has tapped into the higher time frame supply, and this didn't actually give the best confirmation, but I was, should I say, lucky to get into a sell trade regardless. Okay, so price has tapped into this zone, into this higher time frame supply, and normally we are supposed to look for confirmation entry. Okay, that is, we need to wait for price to break the last low that gave us the last high into the point of interest, the higher time frame point of interest. And as you can see, price broke below this low. Price also took out all of this low as well. So at first I was waiting for price to come back into this level right here. Okay, I was waiting for price, but as you can see, price didn't come close. So these are some trades that you will miss in some cases. Okay, there are some trades that you are going to miss. So, and one thing I've realized sometimes is price might use the 50% of imbalance. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So we may have a candle like this, a, let's say this is a bearish candle like this, and we may have another candle like this. Okay, so there are times, if this is your point of interest to get into a trade, let's take for example, there's another candle right here. Okay, and now you want to get into a trade from right here at the horizontal line. Price may likely not tap this zone. Okay, price might use the 50% of this imbalance. Okay, so as you can see, this is the imbalance that we have right here. We don't have wicks right here, and we don't have candles. So there are times price will use the 50% of this total imbalance and sell from right there. Okay, so if you try and check on your chart, sometimes if you did not get tapped in into your trade, try and check if trades actually moved from the 50% of imbalance. So with that in mind, I was then thinking, okay, looks like this trade is going, looks like this trade is already selling, this pair is already selling, and I might not possibly get an entry. So so looking at this right now, let's see. So at this point in time, let me cut. Yeah, so as you can see, I was waiting for I was waiting at this space for price to come into this space, but as you can see from price movement, price tapped the 50%. You can see price used the 50% of this imbalance right here. After the break of structure, after taking out the structural low, price retrace back into the 50% of this imbalance that we have right there, and price is basically using that. So once I discovered that was what price was doing, I then got into a sell entry on this trade. I think let me see, can't really recollect where I got into a sell trade. I think maybe somewhere around here, thereabouts. It was just a market execution trade. So I got into a sell entry, and price price moved as predicted. And for my take profits, for the overall take profits from this sell, and why I was comfortable, confident in the trade, was we have this set of equal lows right here. Okay, we have this mini trend line liquidity right here. Okay, so these were the reason why I was confident in the sell. And again, as you can see, moving to the higher time frame, like the 1 hour time frame, so you can see we have this demand zone, and we still have imbalance to be filled at this level. Okay, so price came close but didn't exactly fill this. So my final take profits for this sell trade was actually at this level right here. But now, like I said, I'm already out of this trade, because then looking at the 3 hours time frame, this looks like a good demand zone where price could start reacting off from for buy. So that was why I got out of this sell trade, and this is about 70 to 75 pips in profit already, which I was okay with. So but now on the 1 hour time frame now, 2 hour time frame, 3 hours time frame. Okay, so moving to the 3 hours time frame now, we can see this supply zone right here with imbalance, and I'm actually still at first, when price broke below this low, I was actually thinking maybe price will push back up into this level before the final fall. I was looking to add more position at this point, but as you can see, price didn't return back before hitting this demand level. So but I still have my alert set on this at this level. So if price comes back there and probably I get a confirmation entry, I might still continue to short Eurogbp. I'm not sure yet, but I might take a sell trade from here if I get a lower time frame confirmation. I won't exactly get into an aggressive entry sell and wait for a confirmation entry sell. So you can also watch out for this zone as well. You can watch out for this zone, this 3 hour point of interest, because now we've broken structure here and price we actually return here. If we have a break of structure, then I will short to this 1 hour point of interest. So let's move on to the next pair that we have, CAD JPY. Last week my loss was on CAD JPY. I had a loss on CAD JPY last week, and this week again I had yet another loss, and it was really a painful one because at the end of the day my bias and my analysis were actually correct, but I think I had a tight stop loss, and that was what affected me actually. So looking at it, just by seeing it, see how I was stopped out and market ran and eat my take profit. So it was a painful one yesterday. That was on Tuesday. So why am I selling CAD JPY? So looking at the structure of CAD JPY, we can see that presently price is reacting from the supply zone from the higher time frame. Okay, price is presently reacting from this supply zone that we have right here, and once price hits this supply zone, we had a break of structure, we had the Asian range low being taken out. Price returned back into the supply level that caused this break of structure, and we had entries right there. So why I got into this trade yesterday was because I saw price pushing up, and I was thinking, okay, I could get an entry if the Asian range high that is right here can be taken out. Okay, so if this gets taken out, I will get into a sell trade, and this was the supply zone I was looking at. But I was looking at, okay, this, sorry, not that one, this right here. You can see this is just above the Asian range high. So, and I got into a sell trade from right there, and I was thinking price has no business coming all the way up here again, especially because we have mitigated this zone. So I had my stop loss at this candle right here. Okay, I had my stop loss at this candle. If our top price was going to push up at least at this level, I should be safe. So I had my stop loss right there, and as you can see, I got wicked out with a spike just before the news release yesterday. So probably if I had had my stop loss at this last high, I would have been saved and out of be in the trade, but I was stopped out of the trade, giving me my loss, giving me a loss again on CAD JPY. And as you can see, after stopping me out, price wicked down during the news, spiked down, and my take profit was it. And just as my take profit was it, price came back up, And I was considering, should I take a sell from right here, because price printed this supply zone right here. We had this break of structure, a minor break of structure here, and we have another break of structure right here. And I was thinking, should I get into a sell trade from right here yesterday? But then I was like, I'm done with card JPY. It has given me lots and lots of losses already. So, and I didn't take the sell trade. But as you can see presently, price is in profit. If I had taken the sell actually, price got in profit. And even if I waited for confirmation entry, if I didn't get into an aggressive sell right here and waited for confirmation, we had a break of the last low that gave us the last time to do this, and this was the confirmation entry to get into this trade right here. Your stop loss can be right here, but if I was to take this trade, I will still have it at this high right here. So this was the confirmation entry, and as you can see, price is presently selling. Okay, price is selling, and for take profit, let's move to the higher time frame now. So for take profit, as you can see on the 1 hour time frame, we have this demand zone right here with imbalance that price can still push down to. So if you are able to get an entry into CAD JPY, feel free, find a sell entry, because we still have price still has incentive to push lower. Okay, so that'll be that on CAD JPY, but I'm not presently in this sell trade. So moving on to the next pair now, NZD USD. Okay, so on NZD USD, on Monday I was able to get into a sell trade on Monday, but even at that, I got stopped out of the trade. Before I then had another re-entry and got into the trade again. Okay, so let me quickly show you how I got into a sell trade. So let me cut and show you right there. So as you can see on this 1 hour time frame, let me still cut more. My network is bad. Okay, that's not working. So yeah, on this 1 hour time frame, as you can see, price printed this supply zone. This supply zone was responsible for this break of structure right here. This a low right here. If we move down to the lower time frame from this 1 hour time frame, you'll see that this low was taken out with this candle right here. It was taken out. This supply zone was responsible for this whole push to the downside right here. Okay, so now price returned back into this level, and as I think as soon as price came back, tapped this zone, then we had this break of structure right here. Then I got into a sell trade right here. Got into a sell trade right here, but just because we already have this break of structure, I was so sure that price did not have any reason to come back up again, because then we've cleared out the Asian range liquidity. The Asian range high has been cleared with this candle right here. Okay, so I got into a sell trade, and for my take profit, I was targeting the Asian range low right here. So my take profit was actually for this low right here, so which is around 40 pips right there. So but price just wicked above, and I was stopped out of this trade right here. So this was my entry was around here, and I was stopped out of this trade. Okay, I was stopped out of this trade, but because my bias, I was confident on my bias that NZD-USD was going to sell. I then market executed another sell trade, now having my stop loss at this high, and I got into a sell trade. I didn't even wait for I did not wait for a confirmation. I didn't wait for, I just market executed a sell, because then I was then thinking, I think all of this liquidity was cleared out, and this candle right here was actually a spike by the institutions to grab people's money, to stop early sellers out of the market. And once we had this spike, I got into the trade again, and it's actually moved in profit. Okay, so and my take profit was it right there. Okay, take profit was it, and that was the trade on, was this on Tuesday or Monday? I can't really remember now. Maybe Monday or on Tuesday. So I actually got that sell trade. My take profit was it, and I was out of the trade. So on Tuesday, yesterday, we had this spike during the news. I didn't catch this because I was focusing on EU and GU. So moving on to today, let me clear this out to make the chart morning. So moving to today this morning, looking at the chart, I was looking for a sell entry on NZD USD, but my entry was not tapped. Okay, so I was actually hoping for this Asian range high to be taken out, just like I was hoping on EU and GU as well. Probably take out this high, and when market was pushing up this way, I was excited because it looks like this was going to be actually taken out, but it wasn't. So later on this afternoon, looking at the charts, I saw on the 3 hours time frame. Okay, I saw on the 3 hours time frame where I could have gotten my entry. So this was the supply zone I should have taken my sell trade from this morning during the London session. This was the um, supply zone, and for take profit on this NZD-USD, if I had gotten an entry, I will be taking profit at this imbalance right here that we have on the 3 hours time frame to take my profits from, and for stop loss just at this 3 hours candle. I'm still hoping for a retracement. As you can see, I had this alert set right here. I had this alert set right here, and I was hoping price will come back into this supply zone that we have right there, so I can get into a sell trade on NZD USD, I think before the New York session. But right now we're already in the New York session, and this is going to sell. I know for sure it's going to sell because this is a trend line liquidity that needs to be cleared, and the take profit, the imbalance needs to be filled. So I am still hoping price returns back into this supply zone right here before price pushes down, so I can take my sell trade, because as you can see right now, we've taken the Asian range low and we've broken structure, and I'm expecting price to pull back. But right now, price didn't properly pull back into this supply right here, and price is presently selling. If you're already in the shorts from right here, good luck to you. So that'll be all on NZD USD. Okay, so so I think maybe if one would have gotten an entry here, that's quite okay too. But I'll wait. If it comes, and if it doesn't come back, that means I'm out. I'm not going to be taking this trade. Okay, so moving on to the next pair right now. I hope this video is not long. AUD USD, the same thing, just like NZD USD. Okay, this week I missed my entry on odd USD. I missed my entry because price didn't get into my point of interest. I had this point of interest right here, or right here. You can see we had a break of structure. We had this liquidity to be cleared right here. We have the Asian range high, and let me go down to the 15 minutes time frame. On the 15 minutes time frame, you can see that we have this set of equal highs. We have this high, we have this high, we have this high. Okay, so we had this set of equal high, and I was sure price was going to take out this liquidity right here, and I was looking for price to come into this I think M45 thereabouts. Yeah, this M45 point of interest. So I was actually looking at this zone for price to come. I had my alert set. You can see my alert is even still right there. I have my alert set, but price came close but didn't get to my point of interest. And that was how I missed out on this sell on AUD USD. I think this was on Monday. So I missed out on this sell. And on Tuesday again, there was another opportunity to short right here, because then we took out this low right here. We had a break of structure and price came back to the supply zone that was responsible. I didn't take this sell because I wasn't comfortable with sell, with the fact that we still had this M45 point of interest that was not properly mitigated. This only came close, didn't properly mitigate it, and even this didn't get to the 50% of the imbalance that we have right here. So that was why I was not that was why I didn't take this sale at all, but I just have it marked right there. So the news came yesterday, and as you can see, the news took out all of this, took it out, mitigated the zone that I have marked out properly. That zone was mitigated. So today, Wednesday, I came on the chart, and just like NZD USD, I was hoping this Asian range I will be taken out, and this zone will be mitigated for me to get into a sell trade. Okay, and for take profits, I'm looking for all of these low to be cleared out right here. Looking for these lows to be cleared, and for take profit, I'm targeting the 0.68200 right there, because to the left we have let me go to the higher time frame now. My network is a little bit slow, please bear with me. And so looking to the left on AUD USD, you can see we have this demand zone that is yet to be mitigated on this 3 hours time frame. Okay, so there's probability for price to push down, clear out the liquidity right here, and hit this level right here. So we're targeting the 0.68200. And also again, I have missed another opportunity to get into short again, because price didn't come to my desired level. So you can see we have a break of this low. The Asian range low was taken out, and I'm expecting price to pull into this level now, since I missed this first move in the morning. I was expecting price to return back to this level so I can get into a trade. As you can see, my alert is set already. I can take this out now. My alert for this is set already, so I'll be expecting. So at this point, price came but didn't get into this zone. Okay, so I'm still expecting price to return back to this level before going short again on AUD USD. Okay, so that's all on this that's all on AU. So moving now to the next pair, or JPY. I'm presently in sell trades on this pair. As you can see from the 1 hour time frame, this is not a pair I would normally trade, but I was going through pairs and I saw what was happening, and I saw that price is presently okay, let me start from the higher time frame. Okay, so you can see looking at this structure, we have a break of structure right here, signifying that price is kind of pushing low. Okay, So we have that break of structure and price pulled back into this level of supply that we have right here. So price is presently reacting from this supply, and not just that, I think yesterday after the news, price cleared out the Asian range high, the double Asian range high that we have that was yet to be mitigated. This week cleared it out, and right now we've now broken structure. The last low, this was the last low that pushed price up to clear out this liquidity right here. Price has now broken below that low right now. We have a break of structure already, and price has now returned back to mitigate the supply zone. This right here that was responsible for this break of structure that we have right there. And so presently this is why I got into this sell trade. So I'll be expecting this liquidity trend line and this trend line liquidity to be cleared out. And as you can see, we have this demand zone right here with little imbalance. So this will be my take profit. And once we are able to clear out this low, once price breaks below this low, I will be moving my stop loss to break even. At this point, I'll be moving my stop loss to break even so that it can be a risk-free trade for me. Okay, so that's all on AJ. So moving on to the next pair now, Nasdaq. So on Nasdaq, in my last video, if you check it, I told you I was in a sell on Nasdaq from right here, and as you can see, take profit was it exactly, and even price went way below my take profit, but I was out of this trade right here. The other video has the breakdown of why I got into this sell trade, so if you are yet to watch that, you can check that out. So today I got into a buy trade on Nasdaq. I am now at break even, but as you can see, price is presently moving towards my break even, and probably I'll be stopped out of this trade at break even. So why did I get into a buy trade? I got into a buy trade because we have, as you can see, this is the last low that we have presently in the market on Nasdaq right now. Then this low took out the lower high right here, and also took out the Asian range high, liquidity sitting here. Price returned back to this demand level right here. Price came back to this demand level, and because this low is yet to be broken, that you can see, I even have my alert set right here when price was moving down at this level. Once we have this low broken, then I'm no longer looking for buy trades. Okay, so because this low is yet to be taken out, I then waited for a confirmation. So we also have this Asian range low liquidity being taken out this morning with this candle right here. This took out the Asian range low, and once we took that out, market then went ahead to break above the Asian range high and also break structure to the upside. And when price retraced back, that was when I got into a buy trade. I actually did market executive buy trade because this was actually supposed to be my entry, but you know, sometimes price may not exactly get to your buy limits entry. So I think I market executed a buy when price was pushing up right here. And now I'm at break even on this trade, and I have my stop loss right here at this last low that took out this Asian range low. I'm hoping price push forward, so this liquidity right here, this trend line liquidity can be taken, and this is my take profit. Actually, I don't have my take profit set, but I'm presently on the chart, and I'll be watching what price we do. This is actually not a very good trade as such, because as you can see, all of this looks, this is a consolidation. This is a consolidation. Okay, but it's already a risk-free trade for me, as I am on break even on this trade right now, so I have nothing to lose on this trade if this trade should continue to the downside. And of course, we have incentive for price to push lower, because on this 4 hour time, on this 3 hours time frame, we have this level of demand right here, so price could possibly still push further down into this level. Okay, so um that's that about that on Nasdaq. And I think this will be the end of this weekly trade recap. Okay, this midweek trade recap. So I think maybe on Friday I'll be doing another video to probably tell you about the other trades I will take maybe tomorrow, or even today. Maybe if I still find entries, I might likely take new trades today. So by Friday or on Saturday, I'll be dropping another video to cover for Thursday and Friday. Also, I'll be releasing a video on the Asian range equity, because a lot of times some of you have been asking how do I use the Asian range. In fact, I even have the Asian range concepts requested by one of my Telegram members for probably for some months now, and I don't know why I haven't done the video, but I'll try my best this week to record the video on the Asian range concept and explain better on how I use it. And in this video, as you can see, I really talked about the Asian range indicator, that is the high and the lows, but I'll dedicate a video to explaining this Asian range concept, okay, with this SMC. All right, guys, thank you for staying to the end, and I hope this video is beneficial to you. Please click the subscribe button if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, like this video if you love this content, and see you some other time. Bye.